White, Fred Hill, Andy, and that's pretty much who's left of the Holler gang. Yeah. And that's all three.
There's no Holler gang. This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Anyway.
Capable people of taking your daughter and getting her gone, bro.
Well, there's also the Dykes, the Dyke boys.
The Dykes.
Oh, Lord, of course he's trying to throw it there.
Too, right? No, exactly. The Dyke boys, too.
They were arrested. There was one boy bringing a lot of cocaine and pills into the area, and he was staying in a chicken house down the road from us for about...
That old boy is dead. He's been dead for eons. Okay, years and years and years now.
It's about a mile and a half, and he got arrested. But them Dyke boys were distributing drugs for this guy.
Yes.
Years and years and years and years ago. I guess Dawn and YouTube have found an article and a notorious story, right, from years and years and years ago. Much like this place already found eons ago and has already been fed to it, and its rents reset around here. Yeah, manufactured chaos by Dawn and tragedy pimps again.
Found out later.
You know this has to do with drugs, Don, right? Drugs.
And saying he found out later. What, like 15 years later? Yeah. But he's wanting you all to believe that this shit is occurring right up near Summer, or that it still exists. He's full of shit. That guy has been long dead. Those boys have been served their time. And hell, I think even one of them was in jail when Summer vanished anyway, again on stupid shit. Oh yeah, anything to throw more chaos and mud into Summer's case, you know, by her own father and mother. It's wild, isn't it?
And trafficking, all that. For sure. For sure. Yeah, that's the only way your daughter can disappear the way she did, dude. Let's be honest.
Yeah. That's the way I'm seeing it.
And I'm really hoping that Candace possibly didn't fall asleep and take a little nap too, and maybe that would even help, because I know that I think Brandis took a nap at one point, right? So I don't know
the way things played out, you know, and everything. I believe Candace 100%. I don't have a doubt in anything that she's saying. She didn't take a nap. And not only that, even if she did, Grandma was there. Anything that she's saying, she didn't take a nap. And not only that, even if she did, Grandma nap. And not only that, even if she did, Grandma was there. And Grandma's not gonna lie for nobody. That's what I.
I'm sorry, I replayed that just a couple times, but he said, did he not just say, even though she did? Quote, not only that, even though she did. Is that what we just heard? I don't know.
That's the way I'm seeing it.
And I'm really hoping that Candace possibly didn't fall asleep and take a little nap too, and maybe that would even help, because I know that Brandis took a nap at one point, right? So I don't know.
The way things played out, you know, and everything, I believe Candace 100%. I don't have a doubt in anything that she's saying. She didn't take a nap. And not only that, even if she did, Grandma was there. And Grandma's not gonna lie for nobody. Right. So exactly what she said is the truth.
Y'all want to hear that again? Do you? That's weird, right?
I think Brandis took a nap at one point, right? So I don't know.
The way things played out, you know, and everything, I believe Candace 100%. I don't have a doubt in anything that she's saying. She didn't take a nap. And not only that, even if she did, Grandma was there. And Grandma's not gonna lie for nobody. Right. So exactly what she said is the truth.
That's weird. What?
She told me that you gotta always remember what the boys said. She went downstairs to play with her toys. Candace come in right after that. Where's Summer? You know, and she's gone. And the boys testified to all this information. They're not gonna lie for anybody either.
Do you think is that why you think they aren't home right now? Is because they are witness?
Now hold up. Wait a minute. What did he just say about the boys? Let's listen to that part again, too. You want to? Let's do it.
Now and not only that, even though she did, Grandma was there, and Grandma was not gonna lie for nobody. Right. So exactly what she said is the truth. She coming to, you gotta always remember what the boys said.
And it's odd that he qualifies it, with, well, even though she did. And remember what the boys said. What?
She went downstairs to play with her toys. Candace come in right after that, and more summer. And she's gone. The way things played out, and everything, I believe Candace 100%. I don't have a doubt in anything that she's saying. She didn't take a nap. And not only that, even though she did, Grandma was there, and Grandma was not gonna lie for nobody. Right. So exactly what she said is the truth. She coming to, you gotta always remember what the boys said. She went downstairs to play with her toys. Candace come in right after that, and more summer. And she's
now wait a minute.
Gone. And the boys testified to all this information. They're not gonna lie for anybody either.
Now hold up, Don. You've got a problem here. You've got a real heckin' big problem. Because you see, they told me the last place they seen her was the swing set. And then what you have is lost in the first night Summer goes missing, saying this right here, Don.
Rural terrain and limited communication.
Summer Wells is missing. She's 5 years old. She's 4 foot tall, blonde hair. Last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray pants. According to her siblings, she just walked out the back door and then disappeared. So we don't know where she went. If she went toward the road or in the woods.
Very mountainous terrain, very steep terrain. Rural terrain and limited communication.
Summer Wells is missing. She's 5 years old. She's 4 foot tall, blonde hair. Last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray pants. According to her siblings, she just walked out the back door and then disappeared. So we don't know where she went. If she went toward the road or in the woods.
Very mountainous terrain, very steep terrain. Rural terrain and limited communication.
Summer Wells is missing. She's 5 years old. She's 4 foot tall, blonde hair. Last seen wearing a pink shirt and gray pants. According to her siblings, she just walked out the back door and then disappeared. So we don't know where she went. If she went toward the road or in the woods.
Well, shit, Don. What did the boys testify to again? Let us get this right. He trusts Candace. He trusts what she's saying. But it doesn't matter because Grandis was there. And even if Grandis wouldn't lie for anybody, well then, but maybe if she did, then the boys, though, would tell the truth. And, well, the boys testified too. But then there you have the boys saying two different things. Shit, Don, what the hell, bro? And then, well, if you factor in what Candace said, Don, which is the boys told her last time they seen her was going to the basement to play with her toys. I don't know, that's 3 different stories there, buddy. Right? Alright, so... Okay.
Well, that's the way I'm seeing it.
And I'm really hoping that Candace possibly didn't fall asleep and take a little nap too, and maybe that would even help because I know that Grandis took a nap at one point, right? So I don't know.
The way things played out, and everything, I believe Candace 100%. I don't have a doubt in anything that she's saying. She didn't take a nap. And not only that, even if she did, Grandma was there, and Grandma was not gonna lie for nobody. Right. So exactly what she said is the truth. She coming to, you gotta always remember what the boys said. She went downstairs to play with her toys. Candace come in right after that, and more summer. And she's gone. And the boys testified to all this information. They're not gonna lie for anybody either.
Do you think is that why you think they aren't home right now? Is because they are witnesses, Don?
Well, the welfare, the way they work is, they says, look, we need to get your kids out of the situation or whatever.
Right.
And I was hesitant, but yet I wasn't hesitant because of everything that was happening. I was worried for their lives at that time. My daughter just disappeared. I'm thinking, what's going to happen next? I'm losing, basically, I've lost my mind.
I got you.
And so I wasn't, I could have told them, get off my property and get the hell out of here, but I didn't know any better. And my state of mind at the time was, maybe this would be somewhat of a good idea. I was fighting myself inside of myself to not let them go, but yet I was wondering if it would be a better idea for the time being. Of course, welfare's going to sit there and lie and say, "Oh, it's just temporary." We work for the family. We're going to try to get these kids home. We're going to do it. They straight lie like dogs.
Right. So you were actually talking to Jamie when you got the phone call from.
Now wait a minute, Dawn. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We've been through this in the past. Boy, a million times you've been saying that you're the one that told DCS, CPS to take the boys for their safety, right? Right? Just like you did there, and you were losing it, right? Oh, but you got another problem, don't you, Don? You got another problem, because this is more the truth, although you...
There's one simple hearing hack
you swapped out
anyone can use to improve their hearing.
You swapped out, all the harder shit for just booze, but let's be real, we all hold receipts and know.
People who might have beef. Since Summer Wells was reported missing from her home in the Beech Creek community of Hawkins County, prompting a statewide Amber Alert and multi-agency search and investigation. That case not only spreading far with agencies from all around this area involved, but also with interest from around the world.
Yeah, Inslee Daniel spoke with the host of the J for Justice podcast, who had Don Wells on the podcast last weekend, where he confirmed how the Department of Children's Services is now involved.
Josh and Sarah, last week we told you the Department of Children's Services was involved in the Summer Wells investigation. Over the weekend, Summer's father, Don, confirmed on the J is for Justice podcast that their other children had been removed from the home.
The rumor is that they were taken out of the home. Were they taken from you guys?
No.
Were they? Oh, no. Yesterday?
A couple days ago.
Jennifer Youngblood is the
Prior.
In the almost 10-minute phone interview, Wells explained how the theories and speculation about what happened to his daughter are affecting him.
They come at me and said I had somebody, either posing or said they had the inside scoop with CBI and that they knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And I flipped out. I believed that stuff. I believed it. Then I flipped out. I started drinking and everything else. That's why I took our kids.
Her YouTube channel has 46.5 thousand subscribers.
They had the inside, either post me.
About what happened to his daughter are affecting him.
They come at me and said I had somebody, either posing or said they had the inside scoop with CBI and that they knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And I flipped out. I believed that stuff. I believed it.
Now, who in the hell, after taking polygraphs and passing them, supposedly, allegedly, would believe, someone when they told them that they had sold their daughter for dope and then flip out, go smoke crack, and piss hot, and then lose their boys. I don't know, bro. And that you mentioned that the feds seem to be somewhere around that situation. Now, why would that be? That'd be odd. Are you leaking? Hold on. Are you implying the feds were still telling you this or accusing you of that?
10-minute phone interview, Wells explained how the theories and speculation about what happened to his daughter are affecting him.
They come at me and said somebody, either posing or said they had the inside scoop with CBI and that they knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And I flipped out. I believed that stuff. I believed it. Then I flipped out. I started drinking and everything else. That's why I took her kids.
Her YouTube channel has.
Oh, okay. And see, there's a semi-truth about why they took the kids right before dawn. Before he completely rewove the story in truth. Yeah, I don't know who would buy or believe that, especially after supposedly passing the lie detector test. But I think this has to do with the Knoxville Ferry crack run, 2,000 worth of crack and throw it out like the crack ferry in order to prove to feds you didn't need to sell your daughter for dope. Wasn't that story and shit with Josh of the lab? But all that coincides with a certain individual and a tweaker and a busted bubble at the bottom of driveways and Candace getting caught buying a bubble. Oh boy. Tisk tisk on. Tisk fucking tisk. But here, I enjoy the truth. Ish. That you can see between the mud and jello, so we're gonna play it again.
Review, Wells explained how the theories and speculation about what happened to his daughter are affecting him.
They come at me and said somebody, either posing or said they had the inside scoop with CBI and that they knew that I sold my daughter for drugs. And I flipped out. I believed that stuff. I believed it. Then I flipped out. I started drinking and everything else. That's why I took her kids.
Her YouTube channel.
Oh dear. Now let's hear you tell it again on Doug's tonight, though, because that's kind of funny.
Candace, right? Or you called her at the Walgreens, right?
Me and Jamie was talking for about an hour.
Home right now is because they are witnesses, Don?
Well, the welfare, the way they work is, they says, look, we need to get your kids out of the situation or whatever.
Right.
And I was hesitant, but yet I wasn't hesitant because of everything that was happening. I was worried for their lives at that time. My daughter just disappeared. I'm thinking, what's going to happen next? I'm losing. Basically, I've lost my mind.
I got you.
So I wasn't. I could have told them, get off my property and get the hell out of here, but I didn't know any better. And my state of mind at the time was, maybe this would be somewhat of a good idea. I was fighting myself inside of myself to not let them go, but yet I was wondering if it would be a better idea for the time being. Of course, welfare is going to sit there and lie and say, "Oh, it's just temporary." We work for the family. We're going to try to get these kids home. We're going to do it. They straight lie like dogs.
Right. So you were actually talking to Jamie when you got the phone call from Candace, right? Or did you call her at the Walgreens, right?
Me and Jamie was talking for about an hour. We sit there and bullshit like we always do. And
that's your buddy, right? You've known him for a while.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So we have Don possibly saying in reference to Candace sleeping. It sounds like he says, well, even though she did, Grandis is there and Grandis ain't gonna lie for nobody, but kind of putting a caveat in there and saying, well, I guess even if she would, well, you gotta think the boys wouldn't lie, and they testified too, but, well, there's 3 different stories there too, I guess, in that way. And, then you have Dawn throwing in muck and chaos and other people that I think were, you know, pretty well dead eons before, and a chicken house burnt down eons before. I'm positive of it. And others who had already served their time eons before, and one of which I think at least was very much in jail again at the time of Summer disappearing. And yeah, so I don't know. And then Dawn, of course, continuing to create and change the web and weaving around while the boys are taken. But if you go all the way back to the beginning, he at least told some truth on why. And we as the community know it's because of he, if not both, at least, pissed hot that circles around the vigil, the tweaker who chases shadow people, around 110, that later lied to Cam about my son. But she was at the vigil the same day Candace gets caught behind the bubble. You can clearly see, I believe her last name's Tate, tweaking out of her gourd. Candace and Grandis there with Robin. And obviously they're driving around with the youngest sibling of Summers. So I guess that was safe. And then later on in the day, what you have is a busted bubble in the roadway in their driveway, and then erased cameras. After Dawn got real curious, it was very strange, right? I'm sure none of those things go together, including Dawn's Knoxville crack ferry run. Right. Bam. What an interesting call tonight. Anyway, night night, crack fairies. Night night.